Welcome back to Bruiser Bedlam. I told you it was going to be tough. You're going to see the roughest, toughest wrestling of your lifetime right this minute.
And coming up on today's program, fans, you'll see the Lebanese freedom fighter Mohammed Saad. Bracero will join us today. A match from the recent past featuring Dick the Bruiser teaming up with Yukon Moose Cholak. Also another tag team encounter, Shotgun Willie along with Igor Zatkoff, and it all leads up to a championship match on the main event, Bruiser. Wojo puts the title on the line against Flying Fred Curry right here on TV today.
The finest match you could find anywhere. I'm going to look forward to seeing that match myself. Wojo and Curry, that's the greatest I've ever seen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the World Wrestling Association is proud to present International All-Star Championship Wrestling. Another edition of Bruiser Bedlam, coming to you from the fabulous Premier Center in Detroit.
Let's hear it for Rick Bolton. His opponent, weighing 231 pounds, from Beirut, Lebanon, I give you Mohammed Jihad Saad.
Well, here we are back with more WWA Championship Wrestling. It's Bruiser Bedlam at its best. And one of the top stars in the ring right now, there you see him, the Lebanese freedom fighter, Mohammed Jihad Saad, along with, where did she go? Oh, there she is on the other side of the ring, his wife, I guess, who is accompanying him to ringside these days.
Terry, it looks like one of my old girlfriends that I had about 12 years ago.
Does it really? Well, he thinks an awful lot of her, although he doesn't necessarily always treat her too well on television, and that's been a continuing source of controversy. We're ready for the bell. Referee Al Thomas calls for it. It's the man from Beirut, Lebanon, always surrounded in controversy, and begins right from the opening bell with an onslaught against Rick Bolton. Here comes a body slam. Saad drops down with that big leg drop. I don't know about Bolton's chances in this match, Bruiser. He hasn't started off too awfully strong.
Well, Saad's up. There he goes.
Oh, Saad breaks away at the face of Bolton.
Saad's possessed, like I told you a couple times.
Oh, reversal. Saad comes right off with a clothesline. Well, now that's thinking on your feet. You got to give him credit for that. Big headbutt by Mohammed Jihad Saad. The freedom fighter doesn't have much use for Americans, especially American women. He has some very derogatory things to say about American females, unfortunately. Here comes Bolton. Watch out. Forearm uppercut.
Bolton looks pretty good. I spoke too soon, Terry.
That's how quickly it can happen. There's Bolton. He's in a lot of pain after that move by Mohammed Jihad Saad. Saad picks him up, another heavy forearm right across the back. Bolton's trying to come back, trying to do something, but look at that. Was he biting him? Saad is a vicious, vicious wrestler. Shows absolutely no mercy in that ring. He scoops up Bolton. What's he going for here?
That hurts, Terry.
Big power slam in for the count. And that is it. Very, very quickly. Mohammed Jihad Saad. Not in any mood to fool around tonight. He went right to work and didn't waste any time at all. I think he had Bolton from just moments after the bell sounded. And he's not finished yet. Here comes Bolton.
He's trying to hurt him.
Bolton right out on the floor now. There you see him thrown out very unceremoniously by the Lebanese freedom fighter, Mohammed Jihad Saad. Let's take a look at it again, Bruiser. We'll watch this great power slam by Saad.
It hurts. You watch it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by a power slam, Mohammed Jihad Saad.
And there it is, the power slam. Referee Al Bulldog Thomas counts to 3, and that was all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, much more action coming up here in Championship Wrestling. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Okay, Toledo, Ohio, on Sunday, March the 2nd. That's Sunday, March the 2nd. Bruiser Bedlam featuring championship wrestling and all the bone-crushing action is coming to Toledo on Sunday, March the 2nd with the world's most dangerous Dick the Bruiser.
Well, I'm back in Toledo Sunday, March the 2nd. And who have I got to wrestle? I've got to wrestle the biggest, tallest, meanest wrestler in the North American continent. And that's Prince Mama Muhammad. Have you people ever looked at him closely? He's 6'6". He's 325 pounds. And he's as agile as a 6-foot person that weighs 250 pounds or maybe 200 pounds. He's very agile for a big man. But Dick the Bruiser and Bruiser Bedlams knows how to take care of 6'6", 325-pound, agile, big men. I know the secret. Do you know the secret? Ray DePiro, a friend of mine in Toledo, taught me the secret when I played at Green Bay. You take a 6'6", you line him up in front of you. You get a guy about 325 pounds, 6'6". You line them up in front of you, and what do? If their name is Prince Mama Muhammad, you proceed this way. Walk this way. You don't walk that way, brother. You proceed this way. You line them up in front of you, and you holler, time in, and the bell rings, and you start. First of all, you punch them in the nose, and you take their nose and run it around back of their head. You kick them right in the shins, make them go down flat. They're only a foot high.
Our next bout of the evening, one fall and a 20-minute time limitation. Introducing, weighing 245 pounds, from parts unknown. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Black Saint. And his opponent, weighing 230 pounds, from Mexico City, Mexico. He's known as the Super Maxx. Ladies and gentlemen, here is El Bracero. El Bracero, one fall, 20-minute time limitation.
Well, the fans here obviously know a great star when they see one, and they know El Bracero is a great star, Bruiser.
He's one of the finest Mexican wrestlers in the world today.
This guy will do just incredible things in the ring. He is in terrific shape. Must have some kind of a gymnastics background, because he's able to combine some gymnastics moves to get him out of predicaments every now and then, and just to add a lot of flash and dazzle to his performance in the ring.
I think the Black Saint's going to give El Bracero more than he thinks he can.
You're probably right. The Black Saint has quite a reputation, but then again, so does El Bracero.
The Black Saint's been in the Detroit area in the Midwest as much as he's been in Mexico, and he's a tough guy. I've wrestled him several times.
Bracero goes off the ropes, collision, down goes the Black Saint. Here comes Bracero again. Cartwheel right over the top, and look at that action. Flying head scissors, here comes another one. And we go for 3 in a row. Or no, we don't. We're going to walk him over there, right out of the ring he goes. Well, the Black Saint's got to be a little hot about that.
Yeah, El Bracero's getting him mad now. I don't think he'll keep doing stuff like that.
Often we will see El Bracero more or less tease his opponents, just totally dazzle them in there, and I think, Bruiser, that tends to sort of make the opponents a little bit mad, maybe causes them to lose their temper and sort of deviate from their game plan in there.
Well, if that's the case, he's made the Black Saint mad. He's mad, he's pulling his hair already.
They're in the center ring again. Go behind by El Bracero. They're back and forth. El Bracero clamps on the side headlock. Saint picks him up off his feet. Bracero hung on though and took the Black Saint right over. This Bracero knows his stuff. Headbutt. And Bracero comes in with a flying body press.
Fantastic.
I tell you, this guy is something. What's he doing to the Black Saint? Oh my gosh. The Black Saint just doesn't know where he's at, doesn't know what's coming next from El Bracero. And that certainly is an advantage for Bracero because he knows so many holds and does his own thing so uniquely that you never know where he's going to hit you from next. Bracero with that step over toe hold, sits back on it.
Terry, you're going to see holds from El Bracero that normally we don't see in the United States. He's got, that's truly an international way about him. They do these things in Jamaica, South America, but you hardly ever see him in this part of the world.
He definitely has a flair to him. There's no doubt about that. The Black Saint, rather, in quite a bit of pain here from that. The way El Bracero's got those legs spread apart. Referee down to see if the Black Saint cares to submit. Bracero just lays a boot right in the chops. Black Saint doesn't care to submit. Bracero put on a little more pressure. Uh-oh, rolling him over now, Boston Crab, but the Black Saint is too close to the ropes. That's an automatic break, ordered by referee Al Bulldog Thomas. Bracero with a forearm backs his man into the corner. Reversal. Bracero, though, not having any of that. Beautiful arm drag. Another flying head scissors. Boy, this guy is something.
It's international.
Beautiful, beautiful action. Big body slam.
Uh-oh.
Where's Bracero going now? Second rope, up to the top rope. And look out below. Oh!
That's it.
That's got to be it. Yes, indeed.
He's a flyer.
This guy is amazing. Some beautiful moves, great action from El Bracero. Certainly unique individual.
He's a flyer, Terry. I'll tell you, that's international wrestling if I ever saw it.
Absolutely.
It's things you won't ever see around the U.S.
One thing about Bracero, you can never take your eyes off of him. Let's check it out again. We got to see this one more time. Bracero all the way up to the top rope, and here he comes. Beautiful shot from the cameras. And Bracero is in, stuns his man, and that was it. We've got a great tag team match coming up. A match from the recent past with the Bruiser and Moose Cholak right after this. Sunday, March the 2nd, All-Star Championship Wrestling back at Kip South at Reynolds and Heather Downs. The action begins at 8 o'clock. We want to urge you to get your tickets early so that you have got a seat for this tremendous lineup of all Action Pro wrestlers. Sunday, March the 2nd at Kip South. 2 title matches. We'll talk about them in just a moment. Of course, you've got El Bracero in the opening bout to give you an idea of how strong a program it's going to be. They're all main events, in fact. El Bracero against the newcomer, Leroy Redbone. The big man from Rocky Top, Tennessee. Man Mountain Terry Tyler steps into the ring against the freedom fighter, Mohammed Jihad Saad. Dick the Bruiser, the one and only Dick the Bruiser, back in Toledo March 2nd to meet Prince Mama Mohammed. Then we get to those 2 main event matches. The titles are at stake. The World Tag Team Championship. Dr. Jerry Graham and Bulldog Don Kent lay their titles on the line against Calypso Jim and Chris Carter. And then right up there on top, the one that everybody's waiting to see, Flying Fred Curry, gets his revenge, gets his grudge battle against the World Heavyweight Champion, the Great Wojo.
You got it right, on top, and I am on top, and I'm going to stay on top. But don't expect a wrestling match. Oh, no, Curry's going to get hurt. I mean, I'm going to beat him. I'm going to beat him to bloody pulp. I don't care if I had to take him in the parking lot and beat him. It's going to be a brawl. It's going to be putting him out of business. Those drop kicks, that flying crap, that doesn't bother me. It's not going to work. He's just going to take a physical beating. A good whipping by the Great Wojo.
And I'm going to tell you something, you know, Wojo just said it all, physical match. So Curry's got these little cutesy moves, these fancy Dan moves. It doesn't matter when you get physical and you get down. Wojo and I have been apart too long. And not because of him and I. You know what's been because of guys telling lies. Guys saying Wojo said this. Guys like that Mike E2. Guys like that.
E2 did it.
That's right. Guys just like you. But I'm going to tell you something. Curry, You're going to be the first. You were there trying to buy Wojo's contract, trying to take advantage of him before. Well, now I'm going to get my revenge through the great Wojo because he's going to pound that little camel jockey face of yours into the boards, and he's going to drive it and drive it and drive it.
Don't miss it, Sunday, March the 2nd. The action begins at 8 o'clock at Kip South. Be there. It's time now, fans, to take you back for a match from the very recent past as one of the roughest and toughest tag team combinations of all time. Dick the Bruiser teaming up with the legendary Yukon Moose Cholak as they face Super Maxx and Mad Maxx. Let's take a look.
This is a one-fall curfew time limit at a combined weight of 483, managed by Saul Creatchman, the tag team champions of the WWA, Super Maxx and Mad Maxx. Their opponents at a combined weight of 679 pounds. The team of Yukon Moose Cholak and Dick the Bruiser. Moose drilling on the Bruiser, getting ready for some hot and heavy action right here. Bruiser trying to get things ready. It seems to me that he's going to open up this battle, this confrontation. And it seems to me, and I propose the question to you, Dr. Graham, as I asked prior to this match beginning, why are you here at ringside?
Well, as I already stated, a lot of the fans will attest to the fact. Wait a minute, what's this? Look at that poor Saul Creatchman. Look at what kind of a bully is this? Look at that Bruiser picking on a guy half his size. This is so typical of a cowardly, brawler, backstabbing, semi-retarded Neanderthal that Bruiser is. Now look at this. Look at this. It's totally Pearl Harbored the Maxx brothers. This is uncalled for. Now they're going to wreck Creatchman's hat. This is a travesty of justice. I'm a little bit shocked that the referee does not step in and stop this Bruiser and Cholak team for these heinous actions. I mean, look at this.
Moose has the hat of Creatchman on, much to the dislike of him. I don't know if he should keep that hat on. He's drilling the Maxx. The fans are yelling, Dr. Graham, Moose, Moose.
Well, you know, I'm probably the only man in wrestling that's ever body slammed Moose Cholak, and I've done that several times. It seems I'm not a braggart. I'm not going to dwell on that. What we are going to talk about is the match. And as you can see right now, 2 against 1. They've got the Maxx brother in the corner. They just cannot adhere to the rules. And, you know, I am quite a strong advocate of good, clean, scientific wrestling. And this type of this type of strategy and tactics totally disgusts a man of my high caliber and breeding.
Taking it back a moment, I'll believe it when I see it. If you can body slam Yukon Moose Cholak, I don't believe anyone can body slam Yukon Moose.
Look at this, 2-on-1 again, 2-on-1.
Fire with fire, Moose called in from the Yukons by Dick the Bruiser. The Moose with a telegram finally wired to him from promoter Bob Luce requesting his services at the hand of Dick the Bruiser. Bruiser feeling that he needed some power, some size with him to go against these Maxxes for the belts. Yukon Moose drilling Mad Maxx, the bigger of the two, from post to post. The Moose, there's no one bigger.
Well, bigger doesn't always mean better, McLean. I mean, I really don't think much of the Moose's wrestling ability. He's a dirty wrestler. He's a big man. He throws his weight around. But a real scientific manipulator like myself or Wojo could handle it. You know, Wojo beat Chris Taylor 6 times in the amateurs, and he was every bit as big as Moose Cholak. And I feel that Wojo could do the very same thing to the Moose.
Look at this! The power of the Yukon. Just what Dick the Bruiser needed. Moose being drilled on by Maxx. Maxx has that tape around
He wears that tape because he had some wrist injuries years ago, and it's just for support. I mean, I don't want you to make any inference to the fact that he might be using that as an offensive weapon. It's strictly a defensive weapon. But now the action's starting to heat up again. Cholak pulls the beard, which is a total foul. He's punching with a closed fist. Now he's choking the other Maxx brother. And the referee stands there with a bewildered look on his face.
It's two of them in there, Dr. Graham, and they can't take him down.
Well, now look at here's Bruiser. Bruiser's an illegal man in the ring. Totally this is uncalled for. This match could degenerate into a Spear 6 brawl.
That's how Bruiser likes it. That's why Bruiser had the Moose as his partner. They can't take him out. Saul Creatchman over there with Wojo, trying to help Maxx. Maxx looks bewildered. He can't do anything against Yukon Moose. Moose has yet to go to his knees. He hasn't been down. He hasn't been taken off his feet. Graham is boasting that he can body slam the Moose. I don't believe anyone can. In fact, I believe Moose has $1,000 to anyone that can body slam him. Look at the size of that Yukon Moose. The width. I'm sure he has to buy 2 seats on the airplane when he comes in. Short has lost control of this match. He's letting everything ride. Obviously because Moose is unaffected by 2 men on him. Bruiser finally comes in. Takes over on Maxx, drills him just as Moose did to the post. Creatchman up there, his hat being destroyed by Moose. It's a 4-way now. And Bruiser and Moose throwing the Maxxes together. This is the first time that I've seen the Maxxes in jeopardy of losing a battle. Oh, what a blow by Moose. Hopefully we can show all this match to you. If it continues past our television time, we'll have to end in the midst of the action. Moose is very versatile, and not only for a man his size, any size. It seems to me, Dr. Graham, Bruiser and Moose have had and still have the advantage in this bout.
Well, like I said, neither of one of them is a wrestler, and neither of them knows a wrist lock from a wrist watch. They're Spear 6 brawlers, despicable, dirty wrestlers. It's a shame that something like this is allowed to go on.
Bruiser taking a pounding. Oh my, Bruiser just picked up and body slammed by Super Maxx. And he's been going back to the ropes and trips. Mad Maxx comes in, lays a boot to the brute. And now Super Maxx gives him the smash. Bruiser moves out of the way. Moose has one of them in the big bear hug. Bruiser has the other one. In comes Graham. In comes Wojo. In comes Creatchman. They're all in the ring. 3 of them on Bruiser. Moose knocking Creatchman silly. Maxx coming to his rescue. Wojo pounding Bruiser. It's a brawl. The decision I'm unaware of. referee, Johnny Shorn, the decision, please.
Bruiser and Moose are winners of the match. The Mad Max and the other gentleman is disqualified.
The Maxes have been disqualified. Bruiser and Moose are the winners of the match. The Maxes have been disqualified. The winners of the Moose and Bruiser of the match. The winners of the match are in the ring right now. Victor Bruiser and Yukon Moose Cholak. Fans, this is David McLean for Championship Wrestling.
There's absolutely no doubt that the one and only Dr. Jerry Graham is a notorious professional wrestler and a notorious wrestling manager. A guy who's got an opinion on literally everything, as you'll soon find out, as we take you now to another edition of Graham's Gallery.
Welcome to another edition of Graham's Gallery, the comprehensive, in-depth television journalistic piece where we ask the wrestlers of today the tough questions, the ones you yourselves would like to find out. And today's guest is none other than the very controversial and colorful Mohammed Jihad Saad. And with him, apparently a newest addition to the Saad family. I take it this is Mrs. Saad.
That is right, Mr. Graham. This is my beautiful wife, Samira. عدي على الأرض. وقت بقول لك عدي على الأرض عدي على الأرض فهماني؟ أحسن ما كسر راسك إسا يا كلبي.
I see that the stories you've heard is true, that in the Middle East, the man is definitely the boss of the family. Is this correct?
That's why the marriage in the old country lasts forever. Because the man is the boss and the wife listen. She knows when to listen, when she has to listen.
How long was your engagement? I mean, how long did you know? Was it 2 years, 5 years?
We had the marriage and I met her the same day. My dad picked her up for me because I was getting sick and tired of the American women. They're for sale. Anybody can buy women. I could marry an American woman, come back the next day, and she's gone. But not the Arabic woman. My dad picked her up with me. He sent pictures from the old country to this country. A while back, when I looked at her pictures, I fell in love. I says, Dad, I have to marry her right away. And I did. And I am the most happiest man in the world right now. And so is she. She has to be proud to be married to Mohammed Jihad Saad.
Well, I'm sure she is. I mean, you are a legend in your own country. I understand you're on a first-name basis with some of the hierarchy of the Middle East. People like Nabi Berri, Yasser Arafat, the Ayatollah Khomeini.
I'll tell you, they're all good. They all good, very good friends. You know, don't forget Muammar Gaddafi. He's my #1 good friend.
I understand. Now, wrestling. You have quite a feud going with several wrestlers, but the one name that stands out is Chris Carter, the Spirit of America. We understand that you and Chris Carter have been having fantastic battles all over the country. Where will this all lead?
Well, I'll tell you what. This man, he's always been sticking his business in my business, where it don't belong, and I always give him beatings. Right?
Well, I understand what you're saying.
I've given beatings all the time, and I'll tell you what, if he goes very, very far, believe me, I will drop a bomb on him.
Well, I understand about Carter because, as you well know, Mr. Saad, I originally started Chris Carter, and as soon as he got a little bit of power, a little bit of influence, he turned on me, and of course, he kept sticking his nose in my business, and of course, I had to give him some good, solid beatings, and I thought he'd learn his lesson.
Well, I imagine you did, but believe me, you can count on the second beatings from me.
Please, pardon me.
Okay.
Let me, a thought, please. Now, we understand that he did this to me, and now I can't understand why a real second-rate wrestler like Chris Carter would have the audacity to take on a man of your caliber. I mean, you had a tremendous amateur background in Lebanon. You toured the Middle East. You were at the World Cup Games, World Championships, Olympics yourself. A great amateur wrestler. Now you're a professional, and whether the Americans like you or not, I mean, I'm an American myself, but I've got to remain neutral. I've got to call it as I see it. You are one proficient wrestler. You have one of the most effective power slams I've ever seen in a ring. You are 10 times a wrestler Carter is, and it's just beyond me.
Well, I'll tell you what, not only wrestling. See, I've been fought in the streets of Lebanon for many, many times. Many years I've fought in the streets of Lebanon since I was a little kid. And I'll tell you what, Chris Carter, I want you to look at this right there. This does not come from weightlifting. This comes from picking up bazookas and machine guns and fight the holy war with them. You can see that does not come from Olympic bars. It comes from war.
Well, Mr. Saad, all I can do is wish you good luck. I may not agree with everything you say. Our politics may differ, but you're a very effective wrestler and a force to be reckoned with in the WWA. Thank you for being here.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself. Our next contest, one fall, a tag team match, a 20-minute time limitation. Introducing, weighing 231 pounds from Dayton, Ohio. Let's hear it for Rick Sampson. And his partner, weighing 225 pounds from Dallas, Texas. I give you Rocky Geurraro. And their opponents, weighing 220 pounds from San Francisco, California, Shotgun Willie. And his partner, weighing 240 pounds from Russia, it's Igor Zatkoff. Zatkoff tag team match.
Terry, I told you, that Russian looks like a Russian's supposed to look like. I've been all over, and he looks like a Russian.
Have you ever seen an interview with him, Bruiser?
No, I've never seen it.
I interviewed him not too long ago. The guy doesn't speak English. All he does is, when he came out for the one interview I did with him, he had the ring bell. And all he did through the entire interview was smash himself in the head with the bell over and over again. This went on for 2 minutes.
How about Shotgun Willie? Does he talk English?
I've never had an interview with him.
I don't think he talks English either.
Californiese, maybe.
Yeah, he's been stabbed in the side. He's got stab marks all over him.
Yeah, he's a rough character. There's no doubt about that. Note that swastika on his left arm. Yeah, these two guys are something else. The Russian Igor Zatkoff and Shotgun Willie.
I'll say one thing, they're in against two good-looking athletes.
Yes, they are, and it's Rocky Geurraro now. There's a double team goes in on Geurraro in the corner. Referee is right there to call a halt to this. Oh, right down off the top. Shotgun Willie in there with Rocky Geurraro now. Geurraro, a victim of double teaming only moments ago, and that'll be something that this other team will definitely have to be on the lookout for. Hair pull took Geurraro off his feet. Referee is more concerned at the moment about the Russian holding on to that tag team rope, which doesn't look like he has any intention of doing that. Shotgun Willie. He's got that hold clamped on. Guerrero's having his problems. Does manage to get to his feet, though. Takes his man over. Nice move by Geurraro. This is Guerrero's chance if he can stay on him, but Shotgun Willie didn't let him. Nice move, a suplex by Geurraro. Well, that certainly impressed me. Didn't do too much good for Shotgun Willie, though, I don't imagine. Once again, Bruiser, the source of controversy is the apparel of Shotgun Willie. The guy's got a pair of handcuffs. He's got a studded bracelet, studded belt, chains around his boots. I'm surprised the opponents go in there with him.
Well, if I wrestled him, I'd have all that stuff off of him and wrapped around his nose.
Elbow smash by Igor Zatkoff. Referee in for the count. This good up. The Russian picks his man up. And the Russian is biting. Referee is concerned in the other corner with Shotgun Willie. Now it was Sampson trying to come in. There was no tag there. Referee is more concerned with keeping Sampson in the corner than he is with watching for tags and such. Shotgun Willie with that side headlock on Rocky Geurraro. Knee drop right into the chest. These two could make a very effective tag team combination. They've got somewhat different styles. They can sort of get their opponents from different ways.
Yeah, I tell you that. You got a goof and a goof.
Wonder how they would do against Dick the Bruiser and Moose Cholak, though. I don't know. They might not get too far. Sampson finally gets the tag, comes in nicely over the top rope. Puts that arm twist on the Shotgun Willie. Willie goes for the ropes. That'll cause the break.
Step back,
You can hear Al Thomas telling him to step back. Good defensive move by Shotgun Willie. Got the hold broken anyway. A conference in the corner between the Russian and Shotgun Willie. These two guys definitely not favorites of the fans, and they're going to be a force to reckon with if they continue as a tag team combination.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Terry. They give you plenty of action.
They do, absolutely. They are relentless.
They haven't stopped for 1 second. Even though we don't like them, I know you don't like them. I don't like them, but they're relentless.
And more often than not, they get their hands raised in victory, and when it's all said and done, that's what counts. So it's going to take a team like the Bruiser and Cholak, or like Chris Carter and Fred Curry, a formidable tag team competition to stop these two. Off the ropes comes Geurraro, over the top he goes, and here's Shotgun Willie up on the second rope, comes down. And there goes the Russian up onto the second rope. Double teaming very effectively here. Al Thomas is in for the count. This could be it. That's it. It's over with. It's history. Saw very little from Rick Sampson. That's unfortunate. He looks like he could have done a little more. As he just tossed right out by Igor Zatkoff. And here goes Geurraro. They're clearing the ring.
He looks like a Russian, The other guy acts like he's from somewhere out west.
He is. He's from San Francisco.
Well, he acts like he's from somewhere.
Let's take a look at it again. Here we see Igor Zatkoff going up to that second rope. There he comes. Leg drop. Right over the chest of Rocky Geurraro. And that was it. There's the referee putting in the count. Team of Shotgun Willie and Igor Zatkoff victorious. Our main event is coming up. More action when we return.
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans, our next contest is for the World Wrestling Association Heavyweight Championship of the World. One fall, a 20-minute time limitation. Introducing, weighing 236 pounds, from Hartford, Connecticut, I give you Flying Fred Curry. And in his corner, his manager, Bobo Brazil.
Well, we've got action before we even had an announcement completed. A World Championship match, and you talk about Bruiser Bedlam. Brother, it's Bedlam you've got. Bobo Brazil in the corner of Flying Fred Curry. The great Wojo knows that he's going to have the test of his life here. The World Heavyweight Championship is at stake. We saw Fred Curry challenge the great Wojo not too long ago here on this program.
I'm stunned the way that Wojo grabbed him before the bell. I mean, that's stuff that only Dick the Bruiser would do. That dirty rat, why is he doing that stuff like that?
Well, it certainly shouldn't surprise you. I mean, the great Wojo has certainly been known to pull every trick in the book. Bobo Brazil right there on the right-hand side of your screen. He's out in the corner of Flying Fred Curry today, sort of an insurance policy, because Dr. Jerry Graham, the ever-present manager of the great Wojo, a guy who has been known on occasion to stick his nose into matches. Flying Fred Curry drove. Wojo said, watch Graham, watch him. He's got that boot. The referee saw it, though.
I wish Bobo had just socked him right in the mouth.
I think we may see that soon. Here comes Bobo after Graham. You can see Graham backpedaling out of the way. Wojo's got Fred Curry in a bad way. Choking him. Well, no, he's just got Curry in the ropes, won't let him back. Flying Fred Curry's in a bad way here. And there is oh so much at stake. The WWA World Heavyweight Championship. Knee lift from Wojo puts Fred Curry on his back. And now Wojo putting the boots to him. Not there, look at Graham.
I'm beginning to wonder if Curry wasn't wrong in getting Wojo mad at him.
Whoa, oh,
he really
massive forearm.
That would break a normal person's neck.
They heard that in the back row. Wojo, the champion, choking. Very unchampionship-like moves from the great Wojo. Off the ropes goes Fred Curry, comes across with a crossbody lock. In for the count. And boy, just that quickly, Graham was up on the apron. We've got two of the best here, two of the greatest in the world of professional wrestling going at it. This would be a main event in any arena anywhere in the country. And we're proud to be able to bring it to you here today on Championship Wrestling as part of Bruiser Bedlam. Fred Curry letting loose with the fists. And there's a drop kick, the trademark move of Fred Curry. Graham on the apron again, watch out. And Graham catches a drop kick. Fred Curry. Graham's taken off. Graham ran out of here. No, he didn't either. Watch out. He ran just far enough to grab a chair. I know it's hard for you to sit back and watch this go on, Bruiser.
I hate to get involved.
No, you're not allowed to get involved.
I hate to get involved. They told me if I get involved, I'll lose a license.
The Wojo with the chair now. Fred Curry with the drop kick. And Curry's got the chair. And he smacks the great Wojo with that chair.
He should have smacked him.
Wojo's out of the ring. Graham is right there with him. Referee is getting rid of that chair, and Fred Curry is psyched. Fred Curry is fired up. And look at that, the great Wojo is injured.
He's cut.
Wojo is bleeding, and Fred Curry is going to go to work on that injury. Uh-oh, watch out. Referee knocked down by flying.
This is just plain Bruiser Bedlam. This is what I've told you about, Terry.
Fred Curry's out of his head. The referee calls for the bell.
This is what we've told you about, Terry. This is what happens. It's Bruiser Bedlam. Try to stop the match now. Try to stop the match. If they'd let me up there, I could stop it. All right, they've got it. Well, this is a bloody Bruiser Bedlam.
Ladies and gentlemen, disqualified for pushing the referee is Flying Fred Curry. Winner and still heavyweight champion of the world, the great Wojo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to talk very quickly with Fred Curry here. Fred, this is what you got to expect, I guess, when you get in the ring with Wojo and Dr. Jerry Graham. I don't think anybody can blame you for losing your head there.
Look, Terry, I don't know why I was disqualified. The referee should stay out of my way. He stays out of my way, I stay out of his.
Of course, the World Championship, you won't get the belt now. Of course, the Wojo gets his hand raised. You lost by disqualification.
Look, I want another chance at this belt. I want no disqualifications. Bring him out now, now.
Okay, Flying Fred Curry, I'm sure all the people here are behind you. We look forward to a return match for the title between Fred Curry and the great Wojo. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
All-Star Championship Wrestling fans coming to Archbold, Ohio, also Continental, Ohio in the very near future. Stay tuned to this program for all the details. And if you'd like to see the taping of this television program, our next date for that is in Sterling Heights, Michigan, just a little bit north of Detroit. It's located at 14 Mile and Van Dyke, the beautiful Premier Center. That date is Thursday, March the 6th. That's up in Sterling Heights at the Premier Center. Now, back here in Toledo, Sunday, March 2nd at Kips South. Reynolds and Heatherdowns. Tickets on sale at all Shed locations. Ringside seats on sale at Kips South. You're going to see El Bracero on the card against Leroy Redbone, a newcomer. Man Mountain Terry Tyler, we'll talk to him in just a moment. He'll be facing the freedom fighter Mohammed Jihad Saad. Prince Mama Mohammed is going to be staring across the ring at the one and only Dick the Bruiser right here in Toledo, Sunday, March the 2nd. But that's far from all. 2 title matches. The World Tag Team Championship up for grabs. Bulldog Don Kent and Dr. Jerry Graham to face the team of Calypso Jim and Chris Carter. And you'll see the great Wojo laying his world championship on the line against flying Fred Curry. We'll have more to say about that later. First of all, though, we want to talk to Man Mountain Terry Tyler about your match. I know you're looking forward to it. You're training for it. You're working out with Chris against Muhammad Jihad Saad.
Well, that's right, Terry. I'm a nice, easygoing guy. But that Saad, he's getting me upset. He comes out here, he hits that gal, freedom fighter. What's he a freedom fighter for? Saad, you look like a porcupine. You smell like a skunk. I'm going to give you a royal hillbilly butt kicking, and I'm going to put a lot of manure on your grave when I'm done with you.
And, of course, that same night, the World Tag Team Championship at stake. Certainly you're well aware of what you're going to have to face with Graham and Kent.
Well, you know something, Terry? I'm looking forward to coming to Toledo. You know something? Toledo has become my hometown, Terry. Can you dig it? The people in Toledo, they get behind me. They get behind Calypso Jim. I'm telling you, Graham and Kent, I hope that you guys are ready to get down
Sunday,
in the
March
trenches,
2nd, Kip South. Reynolds and Heatherdowns, be there.
I'm shaking with all this excitement. It's a good thing I'm not a sissy because I couldn't take it.
It was nonstop action all the way, Bruiser, as usual. And we hope you'll join us again for such stars as Mohammed Saad, the Lebanese freedom fighter. El Bracero joined us today. A great match from the recent past with you and Moose Cholak, Bruiser. Also, we saw that other tag team match, Igor Zatkoff along with Shotgun Willie and Wojo and Fred Curry. Boy,
Wojo
what a
and
match.
Fred Curry. I'm so excited. What's that song? I'm so excited. I can't take it.
This has been a presentation of Bedlam Productions Incorporated in association with Championship Wrestling Incorporated.